Good morning and welcome to this morning's live meditation. I'm a little bit late this morning because my darling puppy, he's usually asleep about now, but he seems to be changing his sleep patterns. So he's wide awake. So I just had to go and fill up his Kong with some yummy liver treats to hopefully subdue him for the next half an hour. But this morning we have our live guided meditation. And this week on this channel, we are exploring and getting to know the mother archetype. And she is the last archetype that we will be spending time with over this 13-week series. We have been exploring 13 particular archetypes who are part of the Sacred 13. The Sacred 13 archetypes are ones that I have been trained to work with from the Institute for Intuitive Intelligence. My teacher, Dr. Ricky Jane Adams, co-created this incredible deck with one of my sisters, Christy Jamison. And so the last 13 weeks, they have each had a turn at being under the spotlight here as I have transferred knowledge in how they operate within us. Again, just reviewing that information, that archetypes are patterns of energy that we can observe over time. They are patterns within our behavior, patterns within our thoughts, within our experiences, patterns on a much larger scale. When we look at the mother, for example, who we can observe her patterns through nature itself, life cycles, through Mother Nature, through Gaia, and how she is made up of so much that we're going to have a little explore into today. So what I wanted to share with you about her is her is so complex for me from my experience as a mum. But it's so relevant to what we see in the world. So, for example, the mother archetype is the nurturer. She is the carer. She is the one who raises children. She is the one who supports those that she considers people that she who turn to her to be nurtured. And in most cases, the mother is the one who is neglected the most. And while that does come to the mother's experience through her through what she experiences, but what is ultimately occurring is her that she will be experiencing that when she is not taking the time out to care for herself, to nurture herself first. The terminology, the language that I have used to help explain this is that we as mothers cannot serve from an empty cup, and that is commonly how we are operating. We are operating and functioning from an empty cup, not having given ourselves time to fill that cup up in whatever way works for you. But when we do serve from an empty cup, we have nothing to give. We're giving out excess stores that we don't actually have. And what that leads to ultimately is bitterness, tiredness, all of these emotions that eventually come out and come out in a very unhealthy way. And we see this also within the world. Take, for example, COVID. Take, for example, natural disasters, fires, floods, earthquakes, all of these ways that Mother Nature lashes out when she is empty and run dry. And it's again, the COVID is the beautiful example of when it got to that critical mass point where she had just run dry. And I'm talking very metaphorically here and archetypally, but when she then went into that phase of rest, where the world the whole entire world closed their doors, everybody was staying home for that period of time, Mother Nature began to restore. She began to regenerate at an accelerated rate, which was just absolutely incredible to see. And it is the same when we see natural disasters, when we see, fires that will, was it this year? Gosh, I can't even remember. The time has just blurred. But the recent fires that we had in Australia, where it completely just wiped out large, massive areas of the country. Through that fire, new life was able to grow, and there was, that from the ashes, new greenery began to grow, and that is very much a cycle within within Mother Nature. It is very much a cycle within us as physical mothers. When we have that, when we get to that critical mass point of our own self-neglect, we then begin to take back those and refill our cup through practices, or we should be. This is one thing that I am very privileged to be sharing with you, is that when we do hit that critical mass point, when we are completely burnt out, when we are feeling like we haven't, the people that we nurture, the people that we look after, the people that we care for, they don't appreciate us, they don't see us, and all of these different experiences that we will have as a mother serving from an empty cup, then we can begin to start making choices differently. We can begin to start filling up our cup as a non-negotiable thing the first thing in the morning when we wake up, placing up boundaries and saying, you know what, kids, you can wait until mummy's filled up her cup so that I have something to offer you, so that I can serve you better, so that I can nurture you better, without having that imbalance create something, create chaos within. So it's been a complex journey for me because of my very, very common pattern of serving from an empty cup. It is something that, being a cyclic being, that is something that I know I will continue to come around to until I don't. But it is something that I see a lot in my clients who come and work with me, that it is very much a medicine to learn how to fill your cup, and for the mother, this feels so potent for right now as well, being that we are seeing a new world emerging. We are experiencing, a world like no other before. And without going into the huge politics around it, what I am seeing a potential for is an energy first, physical second paradigm. And this is far more, the language or the perspective that I would like to offer is far more scientific, being that I have a webinar that I am about to show up for, which is the Science of Intuition. And so this paradigm of the energy first, physical second comes from what quantum physics tells us, comes from what ancient civilizations have told us for thousands of years. And we do not know or understand this paradigm, though it exists within us, though it is the truth of our nature. We are not privy to this knowledge. We are not privy to this understanding, because it is not taught to us through the mainstream education, through mainstream religions, and all of the larger bodies that are teaching us more predominantly. And the reason that these larger organizations don't teach us is because, Newtonian science can only take us so far. There's only, and Newtonian science relies on having everything tangible for them to be able to have conclusive, understanding of everything. And with quantum physics is open to not having a local understanding. It is able to rely on non-local understanding, which if you are new here watching with me, local and non-local are terms that I use within the program that I am currently just about to qualify to teach, and am launching the program at the start of next year. But local and non-local intuition, local and non-local are ways that we can understand our intuition. They are ways that we can understand the functions of the universe. And the quantum sciences are focus in a lot on the non-local sciences, on the non-local understanding of what our universe is. Local being our physical, biological, chemical makeup, which is what Newtonian sciences will focus on, and quantum is that not is the non-local, the fields within fields within fields, that interconnected web of life, which I will be deepening into a little bit more later on today, and I'm very excited to be teaching that. So in the context of the mother archetype, what it is that we are going to be doing when we go in and journey within to commune with the mother archetype today. We are using the non-local field for whatever comes through today, with myself being the open vessel for this meditation to be able to transpire. And we will be going on a journey with the mother to see where it is that where she's wanting to raise our frequency, raise our vibration, and raise our consciousness today. Now, I don't prepare for these meditations weekly, other than to prime myself as an open and clear vessel for consciousness, for pure consciousness to stream through, which is something that I will be teaching once I am qualified to really, really get deep into how it is that I am showing up to do this. And so yeah, I think that's more than enough to take us into this space together. So if you are joining me live or catching the replay, now it is the time that we all close down our eyes, if it is safe to do so. If it is not safe for you to close your eyes down right at this moment, I invite you to softly lower your gaze and focus on a point gently before you. And we are going to come out of that high beta brainwave state, perhaps for the first time today, by taking in a deep breath in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, and hold at the top. And as you exhale out through the mouth, give your breath an audible sigh, taking in another deep breath in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, holding at the top, noticing where you are holding any heaviness in your body, stiffness, tension. And let it all go out through the mouth with an audible sigh. Taking in one more deep breath in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, holding at the top. Noticing how with each breath in and out, your whole being begins to soften and melt into the seat of which you sit, letting out your breath now. And we are going to expand into the quantum field together through the power of our heart, by placing 2 fingers or the palm of your hand to the center of your chest. And this physical touch at this center signifies that we are diverting out of the cranial mind, the high beta brainwave state, and dropping into our heart brain. And with your attention, your passionate, focused intention and attention on your heart, bring to mind thoughts, feelings, memories or experiences that evoke gratitude within you. Perhaps it is spending quality time with your children. Perhaps it is spending time in silence and solitude. Allow these feelings to surface within you with ease and grace, perhaps like a reel of a movie. Noticing that sensation within your heart as it quickens, the frequency becoming higher and higher by your concentrated attention on feelings of gratitude. And as you hold this feeling state, this high frequency feeling state of gratitude, the electromagnetic field around your heart is expanding with ease and with grace, growing larger and wider and higher, so that it fills your entire physical body. With each breath in and out, it expands to fill the entire room of which you sit. And still your field expands with ease and grace, so that it now fills the entire street of which you sit, and then your entire country. As you cultivate this feeling state of gratitude, your field continues to expand and grow, so that it fills the entire planet. See, hear, feel, or just know that the electromagnetic fields around your heart have expanded to encircle the entire globe. The whole of Mother Earth. And by holding this feeling state of gratitude just for this present moment, we are giving back to Mother Gaia, saying thank you. Thank you that we have this planet to inhabit. Thank you that she is so willing to birth life for us to enjoy and treasure. Thank you that this beautiful Mother Earth that we hold within our hearts together now shows us the truth of when we are privileging our own self-nurture, for when we come together in this moment and unite together in holding planet Earth in our heart. In doing so, we are holding ourselves, filling up our own cup, holding us at our own bosom, allowing ourselves to rest, to restore, to recover, by saying thank you, by expanding our field with passionate intention and attention. We are being self-sovereign by choosing an alternative way, by choosing to put ourselves first by choosing to say yes to ourselves first. And from this expansive state, we are going to go deeper together now. Notice before you is a doorway. Notice the size, the color, and the shape of the door as you approach it. It opens before you with ease and with grace. And as you step through the door, you find yourself in a darkened room. And you step through knowing you are completely safe. You are being guided every step of the way. And from across this darkened room, you can hear muffled sobs. You can hear and see and feel and know that this cry belongs to the shadow of the mother. And she, as you approach her, is chained to the wall. And you, as you make your way over towards her, you sense, though you wish to reach out and scoop her up and embrace her, something within you tells you to step back. And so see yourself standing just before the mother. And you take a seat before her. And she looks up at you, and you can see that she has been held in this tomb of emptiness for so long. And just notice the exchange that you are feeling within you. Are you feeling that emptiness? Are you feeling that despair? Are you feeling as though it is you chained to that wall? And allow this interconnected moment with you and the shadow of the mother to percolate in whatever way is required in this moment. You may feel this sensation from your heart connecting with her heart. And it is through this entanglement that The energy within this room begins to shift. And just before you now, you see the mother brush back the hair, the matted hair from her face. And as the second that she does so, see these golden tears begin to stream down her cheeks. And as they spill, they land on the chains that she has been shackled to the wall with, and in that instant they dissolve and disintegrate into nothing. And still you look on unwavering, your passionate, focused intention and attention, observing, witnessing, acknowledging, accepting the shadow of the mother, allowing her to choose a different outcome in this moment, choose a different pathway. And she stands up before you, and as she does so, she moves into her light form. And from where she was once this black hole within this room, she now stands as this vibrant being of life. Notice how it is that she has revealed herself to you in her light form. Notice if perhaps when she stood up, you saw the entire earth. Perhaps you saw Isis. Or perhaps you saw the mirrored image of yourself, standing, shining in your magnificence, having chosen to take a different path today. And the Sacred Mother, this divine feminine archetype, who is the womb of all creation, she returns that fierce, passionate intention and attention back to you as you rise to face her. Feel your energy restoring and expanding beyond what you have ever felt before. Noticing how in this brief but everlasting moment of time, by your willingness to retreat from the high beta brainwave, from the superficial world, to go within to the world within your heart, the universe that resides within your heart, you have shifted lifetimes. In this moment together, we have shifted a shadow that belongs within 8 billion people residing on this earth in this time. This is the truth of the mother. when she goes within to meet with the parts of her that she has neglected, that she has forgotten. When she nurtures herself, she nurtures all. And see this powerful womb of creation before you as she bows her head in the deepest reverence, honor, and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, the mother extends open her arms, and as she does so, so do you. And together you embrace and merge as one, returning home to the truth of your unlimited nature, and the truth that you are pure consciousness. As you take a deep breath in and let it go, feel the warmth now within your heart by placing 2 hands over the center of your chest. Feeling that beautiful embrace being given and received by Mother Nature, by Mother Gaia. And take her into your world today. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. And when you are ready, blink open your eyes. Thank you for those of you who will here live with me and took the journey, and those of you who will watch back and take the journey. It is such a timely reminder. It is something I think I need to put up more often. When I look after myself, I look after all. And that is the same for you too. So I would love to hang around, but I do have some final things to prepare before I have my webinar. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I have my energy evaluation tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to receive, let me know in the comments. So much love to you all, and I'll see you soon.